We are recording. Okay, so we're going to be going over the trade that we actually took yesterday. And yeah, this was I guess I wouldn't call it a very complex trade, but this trade will really show you how to actually execute when you don't have a clear bias, but you can use like confluences from like other correlated pairs to actually execute and use that as your bias. So, well, on the daily time frame, we see that the S&P is actually bullish here. But the thing is, other than that, really, the 4 hour coming into market opens bearish, right? Because you can clearly tell that price comes in here, right? And what does it do? It taps in to the order block, right? Right here, taps in, reacts, breaks structure. It doesn't do anything. I mean, how hard is it for people to literally not short this? Very hard. But because the daily is bullish and we're failing to break daily structure so many times, you can also assume that this is actually 4 hour weakness because look how close this candle was to the other one. At this point, I'm just saying, okay, let me just scale down a little bit and observe what's going on here and see if there was any liquidity that was taken to fuel a move to the downside. And if not, we can likely at the very least seek out that liquidity so that we can make money off of it, right? So with that being said, what do we notice? We see that we have a bunch of highs that have not been taken out. That means that they're likely going to get taken out and we can actually target them. Moreover, this is where you start using another correlating asset like NASDAQ to compare. NASDAQ was bullish on the daily, right? It was also bullish on the 4 hour when market, see, was also bullish on the closed bullish on the 4 hour at 10 a.m., right? And then the hourly also broke structure at 10 a.m., right? So that with that being said, I have bullish structure on NASDAQ, whereas ES is bearish. But it's not even like a full bearish, it's more of like a light bearish, if that makes any sense. So with that being said, I can say, okay, ES structure may look bearish, but it has a bunch of unswept highs that it wants to take out. And NASDAQ is actually saying bullish. So with that being said, I'm going to say, okay, high time frame ES would like to make a little bit of a move up. 4 hour is still pretty weak, and the hourly has a bunch of liquidity to get taken. So let's target those liquidity areas, assuming that a NASDAQ pump will be happening and therefore an ES pump will follow. So we scale down a little bit more to the 15-minute here and identify our key points. So we see a 15-minute flip in structure, right? At which point we start to look for premium areas of entry that we can enter off of, which ends up being this 15-minute order block. And also this should be like a 5-minute fair value gap right here. I'm not quite sure why it's not showing. Yeah, it's actually a 1-minute fair value gap. We get this 1-minute fair value gap, and then we pretty much just execute on that. And with that being said, I mean, execution was quite simple, really, because I noticed the reaction here. Boom, we see the tap into the fair value gap and the order block. Nice reaction, and a break of structure followed after to retest the order block, and this is where we enter. And with that being said, we pretty much hit a very nice risk to reward. And you're probably saying, what's all this stuff that he has drawn? So this is liquidity that was called on the sell side. This is buy side liquidity that was untaken because these were actually equal highs. So we take out buy side here, take out sell side here within one candle. But first what we took out was actually buy side, sell side, then came back up, came back down to take out buy side, at which point I executed. Because this was not the premium entry, this was. And whenever you're trading with mixed biases, you have to get the premium entry because you may very well just get liquidated and price may go in your direction. So you want to at least execute from a standpoint of complete invalidation. Make sense? So execute from your invalidation points so that way you can see full invalidation before you get stopped out. Or if you get stopped out, it means because your entire thesis is wrong. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one and hope you guys enjoyed this, and make sure to subscribe and join the Discord because I send this out to you guys for free in advance. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.